Alicun There Spa Resort, situated deep in the heart of uniquely magical countryside at some distance from the nearest population centres, is a true oasis in the middle of a steppe landscape. Located in the north of the province of Granada, the spa is around 100 kilometers from the city of Granada and easily accessed from the A92 dual carriageway as it runs between Guadix and Baza. The spa grounds have been carefully landscaped with gardens and trees. The climate in the area is generally Mediterranean, but given the inland location, it has a continental edge which makes for cold winters and hot summers. The source of Alicun Spa waters is quite deep, and the waters spend a considerable period of time forming underground before surfacing. They filter through cracks in subbatic carbonate rocks to reach great depths due to the large fault lines that create fissures in the rocks and to the propensity of carbonates to dissolve. Alicun's past leaves its visible imprint all over the area where the spa is located. Here we find petroglyphs, dolmens, and the ancient El Toril natural aqueduct, amongst other features. The hot springs and medicinal waters in the region had already been in use for a long time before their enjoyment for treatment purposes in Roman times. Their use dates back to the Neolithic period, as shown by the burial constructions from this period found in the area around the spa.
La utilización terapéutica del agua no se produce hasta el siglo III, finales y principios del IV, con motivo de la romanización y la aportación de la cultura de la terma a la zona. Se mantiene hasta la llegada de la dominación musulmana, pero que ya a partir del periodo nazarí se potencia el uso del baño, también arraigado a su propia cultura, e incluso parece ser que aparece un primer alojamiento en donde se sitúa ahora el actual hotel.
The centuries passed and the inhabitants of the area continued to use the waters of Alicun for their health-giving properties. In the 17th century, physician Pedro Suárez wrote the following when describing Guadix in the book History of the Bishopric of Guadix and Baza, published in 1696. Its herbs are praised for their medicinal properties and its baths for their pleasantness. In the baths called Alicun, where the water emerges hot from the ground and is used to heal diverse ailments. At the end of the 18th century and on through the 19th, Alicun Spa became more and more famous, and a decree declaring its waters a public utility was issued on the 31st of March of 1870. It continues to be a benchmark in balneotherapy today.
A partir de 1990 se inicia una reestructuración total, dando pie a un establecimiento, pues entendemos que dentro de la sencillez es la modernidad, y que está dotado de todas las instalaciones que requiere hoy en día un balneario.
The medicinal waters of Alicun There Spa are health-giving and relaxing, offering well-being in a natural setting of unique beauty.
Está en un entorno de una riqueza arqueológica fundamental y que tiene unas aguas ya más mineralizadas, con menos temperatura, pero también de ese perfil sulfato cálcico magnésico que viene muy bien para afecciones de tipo locomotor y también por vía oral para afecciones de tipo digestivo, y también se han empleado desde tiempo inmemorial para afecciones respiratorias.
The properties and beneficial effects of the medicinal mineral waters of spa resorts in the province of Granada are well known. They are recorded in documents, many of them dating back over a century, held in the archives of Eastern Andalusia Royal Academy of Medicine. Members of this prestigious institution know a great deal about Alicun's medicinal mineral waters. They are mesothermal waters at 33.9 degrees centigrade, which, thanks to their combination of temperature and chemical composition, amongst other properties, are used to beneficial effects in diverse spa treatments.
Por ejemplo, podríamos hablar del azufre. El azufre tiene propiedades antibacterianas y antifúngicas y por eso, por ejemplo, pues puede ser útil para pacientes que presentan acné o que presentan otras infecciones cutáneas. Pero a su vez también es una sustancia que calma el picor en algunos pacientes con dermatosis y además regula la proliferación cutánea en pacientes con otras enfermedades como por ejemplo la psoriasis. Otros bioelementos que aparecen en estas aguas medicinales pues pueden ser, por ejemplo, el magnesio o el selenio, que tienen propiedades pues también frente a la regulación de la proliferación de las células de la piel o protección frente a algunas radiaciones como la radiación ultravioleta tipo A o tipo B.
In this area, recent research has shown that magnesium ions specifically inhibit the appearance of Langerhans cells in the skin, which makes magnesium-rich waters useful for treating inflammatory skin disorders. The benefits of the waters in Granada's provincial spas such as Alicun are very well known by users and by the medical and scientific community. This means that today, discoveries are still being made about the health-giving effects of hydrotherapy and balneotherapy.
Artículos y trabajos recientes han mostrado que estas aguas y estas sustancias tienen una función sobre el sistema inmune, modulando el papel de los linfocitos y de ciertas proteínas proinflamatorias que participan en la psoriasis o la dermatitis atópica.
The healthy properties of Alicun spa waters make them useful when applied in different ways for the treatment of disorders of the musculoskeletal system, the respiratory system, and the digestive system alike, and also for pathologies of the skin, the kidneys, and neurological conditions. At Alicun Spa, health is about much more than just physical well-being. This is why the resort promotes healing through the age-old technique of taking the waters, whether to cure, alleviate, or prevent diverse ailments.